Hello class 7th, I am Ashok, your English teacher, present here with a new video for you. Today I am going to discuss some of the text of the chapter Expert Detectives. This chapter is about two children who are Maya and Nishad. Both are sister and brother. Maya is of 10 years and Nishad is 7 years. He is called 7 because his name is matched with the name of seventh note on the musical scale, which we say sargam in our local language, like sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So seventh note, that is ni, is stand for Nishad. Both the children are very curious about a person whose name is Mr. Nath. They take this man as a crook on the run, as his face is full of burn marks and he remains alone and has no friends. Now let's read the text to know what make these two children suspicious about Mr. Nath and what informations they collect about him to hold him a crook on the run. So first of all, we will discuss the title Expert Detectives. Expert means a person who is adept or perfect in something, and detective means a person who used to spy others to find the truth about them to sort out the mystery. So the meaning of the title is the persons who are adept in spying others to find the truth about them to sort out the mysteries. Now let us discuss the text. As we walked back towards the clinic, Seven said, "He does not look anything like a monster, Maya. What did you see? How thin he is? Maybe he is very poor and can't afford to eat." So, in this part of the text, we read that Maya and Nishad are coming back to their mother's clinic, and Nishad is telling Maya that Mr. Nath is not a person who looks like a monster. Monster means giant. Rather, he is too thin, and perhaps he is very poor and cannot afford good food to eat. He can't be poor if he is a crook on the run, I told him. He is probably got millions of rupees stashed away somewhere in that room. So, in this part of the text, I is used for Maya as she is telling us the story. She is giving her reaction to what Nishad is telling about Mr. Nath. She says that Mr. Nath cannot be a poor man if he is a criminal. Crook means criminal who is hiding himself from the police for not to be caught. According to Maya, it is obvious that Mr. Nath has hidden away millions of rupees in that room where he was staying alone. Do you really think he is criminal, Maya? He doesn't look like one. Nishad looked doubtful. So Nishad asks Maya that does she really think that Mr. Nath is a criminal? According to him, he doesn't seem like any criminal. So Nishad is looked a little bit doubtful about Maya's point of view about Mr. Nath. Of course, he is one, Seven, I said, and he certainly isn't starving. Mr. Mehta told us that Ramesh brings his meals up from the restaurant downstairs. In this part of the text, we read that Maya again tries to convince Nishad by saying that Mr. Nath is, of course, a criminal and he is not starving also. She reminds Nishad whatever was told by Mr. Mehta about Mr. Nath, that Ramesh brings his meal means food, up from the restaurant downstairs into his room. Now see the next part. But Maya, Mr. Mehta told us he doesn't work anywhere. So how can we possibly have money to pay for food? Nishad said. So here Nishad also reminds the words of Ramesh to Maya that Mr. Nath doesn't do any work. So how can it be possible that he has money to pay for food bills? Exactly, I exclaimed. He must have lots of money hidden somewhere, maybe in that trunk in his room. It is probably full of silver and gold and jewels and etc. So Maya gives a prompt reaction to what Nishad said about Mr. Nath. She exclaimed with joy and said, exactly, he must have lots of money hidden somewhere, maybe in that trunk in his room. According to Maya, the trunk of in Mr. Nath's room was full of silver, gold, jewels, and other costly things. What rubbish, Nishad interrupted. I know I'm right, stupid. I told him. By the way, Seven, did you see his scars? I couldn't, it was too dark, but I bet he got them during a shootout with the police or something. Mummy told us quite clearly they were worn scars, Nishad said firmly. So Nishad interrupted her and said that this is wrong information. But Maya told him that she was right and inquired him that did he see the scars on Mr. Nath's face. Seven answered that it was dark and he could not see, but Maya insisted that she could bet that the scars on his face were the result of shootout with the police or something else. Nisha told Maya that their mother had told that those marks were worn scars, not such as she mentioned. Now let's see what is there in the next part of the text. Perhaps the police had to set his house on fire to force him out, I suggested. Seven looked unsure. So Maya reacts to Nisha's statement by saying that perhaps the police had to set Mr. Na's house on fire to force him to come out. What Seven does not seem agree to this statement. On the Monday following Mama's birthday, Seven went along with her to the clinic in Girgaon. As I was spending the evening with a school friend, when they returned, Nishad told me he had been to see Mr. Nath, and I felt most annoyed that I hadn't been there. Sumaya says that on the next Monday there was her mother's birthday, and on that day, Seven went along with her to the clinic, which was situated at Girgaon. She stays home as she had to spend the evening with her school friend. And when Nishad and mother returned, Nishad told her that he got a chance to see Mr. Nath, and at that she felt most annoyed with herself as she had lost the chance to see Mr. Nath and was not there with Seven. Seven had been quite upset about Mr. Nath's gaunt appearance. Gaunt means sickly, and was sure that he was starving. He told me that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nath's door that evening and said, "Open the door quickly, Mr. Nath." Maya says that Seven had been quite sad about Mr. Nath's sickly appearance and very much sure about his starving conditions. Maya says that Seven told her that he had knocked loudly on Mr. Nath's door and had said to open the door quickly on the evening of his mother's birthday. The man had opened it and asked him, "Lost another marble?" So, after opening the door and found Nishad on his door, Mr. Nath had asked him that whether he had lost another marble. "No," said Nishad. sorry, he had obviously recognized my brother. So actually Maya thinks that Nishad was recognized by Mr. Nath. No, said Nishad. He had taken the man's hand in his own and thrust a jar of chocolate into it. Nishad had answered to Mr. Nath that he had not lost any marble. Then he had taken Mr. Nath's hand in his own hand and put a jar of chocolate into it. Did you get a chance to peek into the trunk, Seban? I asked. So Maya asked Nishad that did he get a chance to look secretly into the trunk? Nishad looked disappointed. He didn't even ask me in, he said. Then he smiled, but I did find out something, Maya. I went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him. So Nishad looked disappointed after having asked such question from him, and then he answered that he could not go in as Mr. Nath did not ask him to come in. What he told Maya that he found something unusual about Mr. Nath. He said that he went down to the restaurant where Ramesh works and talked to him about Mr. Nath. Good for you, Mr. Detective, I said, patting him on the back. I hope you questioned him properly. So Maya appreciates and patted Seven for walking like an expert detective and hoped he had questioned Ramesh properly about Mr. Nath. Seven looked pleased. Ramesh told me that he takes 2 meals for Mr. Nath every morning and evening and 2 cups of tea, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Ramesh says he is not very particular about what he eats. It is always the same food, 2 chapatis, some dal, and a vegetable. Mr. Nath pays cash and tips well. So, in this part of the text, we read that Maya says that Seven, after getting some appreciation, looked pleased and told her that Ramesh takes 2 meals for Miss Nath every morning and evening and 2 cups of tea, in the one in the morning and one in the afternoon. He also added that Ramesh told him that Mr. Nath is very particular about what he eats. He eats always the same food, 2 chapatis, some dal and vegetable. He pays always in cash and give tips to Ramesh also for doing service for him. Ramesh told me something very strange, Maya, Seban added. Almost every Sunday he carries 2 lunches to Mr. Nath's room and the same man is with him each time. He is tall, fair, stout and wears spectacles. Ramesh says his visitor talks a lot, unlike Mr. Nath, who hardly speak. So Saban told Maya that he had collected some strange information about Mr. Nath. He said that Mr. Nath, he said that almost every Sunday, Ramesh carries 2 lunches to Mr. Nath's room, and every Sunday, the same man is with him in the room. This man is tall, fair, stout. Stout means plump, and fair means good looking. So tall, good looking, plump, and wears spectacles, and quite talkative he is, unlike Mr. Nath, who speaks very rare. Well done, Nishad, I told him. Now that we have made some progress with our inquiries, we will have to sort out all the facts like expert detectives do. detectives so that we can trap the crook. So Maya appreciates Seban again for giving her such information about Mr. Nath and says that they have made some progress with their inquiries in Mr. Nath's case. She says to Nishad that now they have to sort out all the facts like expert detectives to catch the crook in their trap. How you do go on, Maya? Seven sighed. How can you possibly imagine he's a crook? He looks so ordinary. So Nishad is not agreed with whatever Maya says about Mr. Nath. Rather, he says to Maya that how can she say that Mr. Nath was a crook? According to him, he is rather a ordinary person. Criminals can look quite ordinary, smarty, I retorted. Did you see the picture of the Hyderabadi housebreaker in the papers yesterday? He looked like any man on the street. Nishad looked doubtful. So, one word is there which is difficult for you, I think. Housebroker. Housebroker means thief or burglar. Maya replies in a scolding manner that criminals look like ordinary person and gives an example of the Hyderabadi housebreaker about whom there was a news in the newspaper with picture. According to Maya, this person looked like any man of the street, and after listening this argument, Nishad once again becomes doubtful. The monsoon broke the next day, dark clouds accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning and roaring rolls of thunder burst with all their fury, flooding the streets with a heavy downpour. School was to have reopened after the summer holidays, but no traffic could move through the flooded roads, and there was an unexpected holiday. So the very next day, monsoons broke and heavy rain starts falling. There were dark clouds all around, which were accompanied by blinding flashes of lightning, thundering, and roaring. All were together, and all lanes and streets were flooded with water. On the very day Maya and Nishad's school was going to reopen, what they got an unexpected holiday as traffic could not move because of flooded roads. I thought I spent the time usefully. I sat at my desk in a bedroom with a sheet of paper before me. So after getting unexpected holiday, Maya thought to spend her time usefully. She sat at her desk in the bedroom with a sheet of paper before her. We will discuss till this part of the text today, and next part will be discussed in the next video. You will have to write the summary of this completed part. That is homework for today for you, and that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.